If you are over 50 and you feel tired all the time, even after a full night of sleep, even on days when you haven't done much, I want you to know something important right now. You are not lazy. You are not just getting old. And the answer is not simply to drink more coffee and push through. There is a real reason your body feels this way, and most doctors never take the time to explain it. Today, I am going to walk you through the 8 actual reasons people over 50 feel exhausted all the time, and more importantly, what you can start doing about each one today. By the end of this video, you are going to understand your body in a way you probably never have before, and you might just feel more hopeful than you have in a long time. If you appreciate this kind of content, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more people find this information. And let's get into it right now. So let's start with the very first reason, and honestly the most important one that almost nobody talks about. Reason number 1 is your mitochondria are slowing down. Now I know that sounds like a science class word, but stay with me because this is the foundation of everything. Mitochondria are tiny structures inside almost every cell in your body. Their entire job is to take the food you eat and the oxygen you breathe and turn them into actual energy your body can use. Think of them as the power stations inside your cells. After 50, these power stations start producing less energy than they used to. It is a natural biological shift, but it is also one that most people have never been told about. So they keep expecting their body to run at the same level it did at 35, and they feel confused and frustrated when it doesn't. Here is what actually helps. Foods rich in CoQ10 support your mitochondria directly. Organ meats like liver, fatty fish like salmon, and dark leafy greens all contain CoQ10 naturally. Magnesium is also critical here because your mitochondria cannot produce energy without it, and most people over 50 are quietly deficient in magnesium without ever knowing it. Starting to prioritize these nutrients is one of the most direct things you can do to support your energy at the cellular level. Your adrenal glands sit on top of your kidneys, and they produce your stress hormone, cortisol. Cortisol gets a bad reputation, but it actually has an important job. In the morning, it should spike to wake you up and get you going. Through the day, it should gradually come down. At night, it should be very low so you can sleep. But here is what happens after decades of stress, poor sleep, skipped meals, and rushing through life. Your adrenal glands get tired. The rhythm breaks down. Cortisol starts coming out at the wrong times, low in the morning when you need it to wake up, and higher at night when you are trying to sleep. The result is that you wake up exhausted, drag through the day, and then feel wired and restless at 10 or 11 p.m. Sound familiar? The most effective natural support for adrenal recovery is reducing stimulants, especially caffeine after noon, because caffeine forces your adrenal glands to keep pumping when they need to rest. Adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha and rhodiola have been used for centuries specifically to help the body handle stress without burning out. And eating regular meals instead of skipping them matters more than most people realize. Your adrenal glands fire when your blood sugar drops, which exhausts them even faster. If you are finding this helpful so far, drop a comment below and let me know which of these reasons surprised you the most. I genuinely read the comments, and I might make a full dedicated video on the most requested one. Your thyroid gland sits at the base of your throat, and it controls your metabolism, your body temperature, your energy, your mood, and even how clearly you think. It is essentially the master dial for how fast or slow your entire body runs. After 50, and especially in women, thyroid function often starts to decline. But here's the frustrating part. It often declines in a way that does not show up as a problem on a standard blood test. So a doctor looks at your numbers, tells you everything is normal, and sends you home. But you still feel exhausted, cold all the time, foggy, and like your body is running in slow motion. Natural thyroid support starts with selenium, found in Brazil nuts. Even just 2 Brazil nuts a day provides your daily selenium needs. Iodine from sea vegetables like kelp or nori also supports healthy thyroid hormone production. And critically, you need to protect your thyroid from environmental stress. Fluoride in tap water and excess soy can interfere with thyroid function, So filtering your water and moderating processed soy products is a practical step most people overlook.
This is one of the most common and most easily fixable causes of fatigue after 50, and most people have no idea it is happening. The 4 nutrients I see depleted most often are vitamin B12, iron, vitamin D3, and magnesium. And the thing is, you can be eating reasonably well and still be low in all of these, because after 50, your body absorbs them less efficiently than it used to. Vitamin B12 deficiency causes a deep, heavy, bone-level fatigue that no amount of sleep fixes. It is extremely common in people over 50, and even more common in people who take certain common medications.
Iron deficiency causes a constant lack of stamina, where you feel like you are always running on fumes, especially when you try to do anything physically active. Vitamin D3 deficiency, which affects the majority of adults over 50, especially those who spend most of their time indoors, causes fatigue, low mood, and weakened immunity all at once. And magnesium, which I already mentioned in connection to the mitochondria, also directly regulates your nervous system and your sleep quality. Being low in magnesium alone can explain a tremendous amount of unexplained tiredness. The most important thing you can do is get your levels tested with a simple blood panel. Do not guess. Know your numbers and act on them. Now, quick break. If you have been feeling this kind of deep, unshakable tiredness and you are looking for natural support to help your body recover, I have included a health tonic specifically formulated for people over 50 to support energy, cellular health, and daily vitality. Click the link in the description right now to check it out. It is designed to complement everything we are talking about in this video and give your body the nutritional foundation it is asking for. Most people think blood sugar problems only apply to diabetics. That is not true. After 50, your cells naturally become less sensitive to insulin, which means your blood sugar rises higher after meals and then crashes lower an hour or two later. That crash is a real physical event in your body. Your brain perceives it as an emergency and triggers the release of stress hormones, which leave you feeling shaky, irritable, foggy, and desperate for sugar or caffeine. This cycle, spike, crash, crave, spike again, can repeat 4 or 5 times a day and leave you feeling exhausted by dinner, even if you barely moved. The fix is straightforward. Never eat carbohydrates alone. Always pair them with protein or fat, which slows the sugar release into your bloodstream. Add cinnamon to your morning routine. It has been studied for its ability to support healthy insulin response. And take a 10-minute walk after meals, which is one of the single most effective ways to stabilize blood sugar naturally without any medication. Your gut and your energy levels are connected in ways that most people find surprising. Your gut lining is responsible for absorbing the nutrients your cells need to produce energy. But after 50, your gut produces fewer digestive enzymes and less stomach acid than it did when you were younger. This means even when you eat nutritious food, your body may only be absorbing a fraction of the nutrients in it. On top of that, inflammation in the gut sends constant distress signals to your brain and immune system, which drains energy just by keeping your body in a state of alert. This is why so many people with digestive issues also report constant fatigue, even when their sleep and diet seem fine on paper.
Fermented foods like natural yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi directly repopulate the healthy bacteria your gut needs to function well. Thoughtful, digestive bitters, taken before meals, help stimulate your body's own enzyme production. And reducing ultra-processed foods, even gradually, reduces the inflammatory load your gut is constantly managing.
Reason number 7 is you are chronically dehydrated and you don't realize it. This one surprises people the most. After 50, your sense of thirst actually becomes less reliable. The mechanism in your brain that triggers thirst dulls with age, which means you can be significantly dehydrated before you ever feel thirsty. And mild dehydration, even just losing 1 to 2% of your body's water, causes noticeable fatigue, difficulty concentrating, headaches, and low mood. Most people walk around chronically mildly dehydrated and explain their fatigue as everything else except this. The solution is simple but requires intention. Drink a full glass of water before you drink your first coffee in the morning. Set a reminder to drink water every 2 hours if you tend to forget. Add a small pinch of sea salt or a slice of lemon to your water to improve absorption, because plain water alone does not always hydrate your cells as efficiently as mineralized water does. And reduce alcohol and caffeine, both of which are diuretics that pull water out of your body faster than most people account for. Reason number 8 is that your sleep is not actually restoring you. You might be getting 7 or 8 hours in bed and still waking up feeling like you barely slept. This is extremely common after 50, and it is because the amount of time you spend in bed is not the same as the quality of sleep your body is actually getting. After 50, the amount of deep, slow-wave sleep your body produces naturally decreases. Deep sleep is the stage where your brain clears out cellular waste, your muscles repair, your immune system resets, and your energy reserves are restored. Without enough of it, no amount of hours in bed will leave you feeling rested. Getting sunlight within 30 minutes of waking up is one of the most effective and underused tools for improving deep sleep. It resets your circadian rhythm, which directly controls when your body enters deep sleep that night. Keeping your bedroom genuinely cold, around 65 to 67 degrees, helps your core temperature drop the way it needs to in order to enter deep sleep stages. And avoiding screens for at least an hour before bed is not optional if you are serious about this. The blue light from your phone suppresses melatonin production right at the moment your body needs to start producing it. So let's bring all of this together. The reason you are always tired after 50 is almost never one single thing. It is usually a combination of slowing mitochondria, burned out adrenal glands, a sluggish thyroid, 4 key nutrient deficiencies, blood sugar swings, a gut that is not absorbing nutrients properly, chronic low-level dehydration, and sleep that looks fine on paper but is not actually restoring you. These 8 things together explain the majority of unexplained fatigue in people over 50, and every single one of them is addressable. Not with a single pill, not overnight, but through consistent daily habits and the right natural support. Start with whichever one resonated most with you today. Make one change this week. Build from there. Till next time, take care.